Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3. Don't know War Stronghold. Unseen Strike. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Just had a nice 1v1 versus some orcs and some Chaos Space Marines. Won't spoil the game, of course. Gonna go ahead and load into the next one. Got some good games, good games. Another Blood River. Ladies and gentlemen, the blood is running thick. We have Randall Thor as the Space Marine player versus Repo? I'm going to call him Rio Perry. And he's playing as the Eldar. We have a really cool kind of like violet-purple scheme going on. This could be a Dark Reaper build as we see Fleet of Foot. Opposite side of the map, we have, looks like maybe a Space Wolves or a White Scar offshoot with these, looks like double-headed dragons or something like that. They get rid of the Fog of War. And it looks like we've got some Space Marines chasing down the treacherous Eldar into a corner in this canyon. They're going to make this river run more blood red in the name of the Emperor, of course. So we have double scouts in the Space Marine squads. We have a generator following that up. We're going to see his builds here in a second. Does he go for the Chaos? Or excuse my French, the Force Commander, and he does straight away. Opposite side of the map, do we have Dark Reapers? Not yet. Eldar player going for a gen. We did see Fleet of Foot, though. Let's see. Oh. How did we know? Is anybody else shocked by this? Anybody? Raise your hand if you were shocked by this. I'm not shocked. So, we have Dark Reapers coming out. Space Marines. Oh! Oh! Space Marine popping a turret down. Now, this is going to hurt the eco. Turrets are not cheap. So, turrets coming down. That's going to guard the left flank. Again, the Eldar player could invest in Wraith Tomb and kind of put a dampener on that. Farseer. So we're not going double Dark Reaper. Double Dark Reaper's not coming out. We're going to have a Dark Reaper squad supported by a Farseer, which I think is the right choice. Double Dark Reaper is really overkill in a lot of circumstances. And Space Marines are generally weaker than most in Tier 1. They take a little bit of time to get going. Sniper Scouts, if you do invest in them, they're extremely power heavy. And they're expensive, so they delay your Tier 2 tech where you get those strong land speeders and dreadnoughts and all those crazy heavy weapons that your tac squads get. But the Sniper Scouts, if positioned correctly, will win you battles. They just 2 snipers will win battles. Positioned correctly, they'll get these models low enough where the Force Commander's Bolt Pistol 1-tap Guardians. They'll break morale in the Farseer where you can run in. They'll break morale on these Dark Reapers. And again, this turret here covers the whole zone. He's not going to want to risk losing 1 or 2 models of Dark Reapers. They're very expensive. Farseer is out. She can Mind War right off the bat, so it's smart to pull this Force Commander back. Space Marine players upgrading the turret in the middle. And there it is. There's snipers. So let's see if my words of wisdom pay off for this Force Commander in the Space Marine squad. Does he opt to go for multiple scout sniper squads? Does he go for just 1 squad, 1 sniper each? Again, you're paying 40-20 on a basically 300 hit point model, which is nothing in Dawn War. And there's the Mind War. It's going to start chipping away at him. Generally, for his Force Commander's not too bad. He's a pretty tanky boy. Only lost about, what is that, 300 health. It's not too bad. You really want to follow it up with something. More want to use to save the Mind War for when these snipers come in. It'll basically 1-tap them. Dark Reapers are here, but hello, there's a sniper rifle. He doesn't queue up the second one. Shock goes in. Psychic Storm comes in. Gonna try and weaken these models up. And again, Dark Reapers now shooting at the Force Commander. This is where it's gonna start getting dangerous. He knows the snipers are out. Guide up on the Dark Reapers. Very dangerous fight. These scouts are running for their lives, as they should. Force Commander's in a really bad spot. And this is where you don't want to upgrade these snipers too early, and now they're out of position. Force Commander's going to do some work. First Space Marine squad out. Let's see if they can save the day. They should be going right into melee. And double snipers. So very greedy. Already 1 Dark Reaper goes down. Morale's going to be broken here in a second. And this is where you don't want your Farseer. You lose sight of her for just a second. These snipers are now taking shots. Bolt Pistol booming. Farseer has to flee. Space Marines, Monkai, brute forcing in. These Guardians, he lost sight. He knew this bolter turret was here and he ran them in. Maybe he's playing on autopilot again. That's good. Oh! All 3 Guardians go down. I would be fuming as the Eldar player. That's a big loss. And the Space Marine player comes out on top. His Force Commander's already regenerating most of the health he lost during the engagement. Dark Reaper's second squad out now. But that Guardian squad being down really loses a support element. Farseer is almost dead. Look at this range. This is some real cheesy stuff here. Force Commander chatting it up on the front line. Tier 2 going in for the Space Marines. And again, so we just talked about this in our last video. How do you know it's safe to tech up? Or how do you know how you want to orchestrate your builds and take control of the game? He knows he picked off Dark Reapers here. His snipers are in the back line, ready to kind of support. He knows his engagement coming. He's going to pull this other sniper squad over here. I'm going to assume they're going to get snipers. Maybe not. Maybe he feels he's so far ahead. He's on 4 gens to the Eldar's 2, excuse me. Ranged upgrade coming in for Eldar. Do an eco check, 9840, 7420. It's always a good day when you're ahead on power like that. We're most likely going to see a Grey Knights librarian, or a librarian with a Grey Knight squad come out right into tier 2 for the Space Marine player. But he took a really good engagement. He knows how much damage he put in on that Farseer, or at least we hope he does. He took out a couple Dark Reapers. He killed a Guardian squad, and he's taking a point away. Battlefield knowledge, if you're versing Eldar, you know, okay, he's down a Guardian squad. He doesn't have as much firepower. Farseer's got to hold back a little more. We're 6 minutes in, and we still don't see that second Dark Reaper squad. At least I don't believe the Space Marine player's seen it. You know, at that point, okay, maybe we're safe to tech up to tier 2. We're not maybe so safe to kind of invest this heavily into generators, but I see why he did it. He saved up 250 power to get that rec point upgrade. He does have a lot of rec points. That's a worth the investment. Double Dark Reapers here now. You can't stand with this. He needs to retreat. He's going to try and do as much damage as he can. He kills 1 Dark Reaper, almost gets a second. These snipers. The Emperor's Blessing. The Emperor's Blessing is there. He almost picked off 3 Dark Reapers. He got 2. Guide. I don't think Guide was used in that fight. This poor Servitor is going to get shot up. And again, you just got to keep these snipers moving. This is where I was going to assume a second sniper squad was coming, and really put the hurt on these Eldar models. They're slowly getting whittled away. Vehicle Depot's done. We're going to keep an eye on the eco of the Space Marine player here. Land Speeders are coming out. We're back in Dark Crusade, baby. Space Marines are at 128.60. This upgrade is going to finish. And we're going to go to 147.60. That's a huge increase in money. Dark Reapers are just kind of shooting at buildings. Not what you want here. He doesn't have enough to push this. Again, that Guardian squad's a big loss. You'd be surprised, but a meat shield unit in front of these Dark Reapers is worth an army, really. Eldar, while they did tech up and get their vehicle depot. Oh, no, there's the Falcon. Okay. Land Speeder's out, flying around, looking to hunt down some Eldar workers. And boy, oh boy, can they. Armor upgrade coming in for the Eldar. Now I'd say this Eldar army is back in the fighting shape. Sergeant, no, wasn't a sergeant. No, it is a sergeant. Boy, I'm all over the place today. Sergeant's coming down. Heavy bolters coming in response to the Dark Reapers. And health increase coming in as well. Again, he's getting all of his necessary upgrades. Second Land Speeder's down. Let's take a quick peek at this Land Speeder. I'm going to keep it on the Falcon as well, don't worry. And he's going to try and pick off some of these workers here. Fire Dragons come out right as the Land Speeder's there, but he doesn't see it. Oh man, this is a big blow for the Eldar. He doesn't see the Land Speeder, and he's going to pick off both Eldar workers. Again, they're not cheap. Double Dark Reapers in the base. Sergeant loses his whole squad. He's going to get demoted back to a line trooper for such a loss. And look, these snipers are just laying in and kind of picking models down to low enough health. And the Eldar player is now trapped in a corner. Bolter fire coming in. Land Speeder Tempest with crack missiles to take the Falcon out, while a Land Speeder on the ground is there to mop up Dark Reapers. And this is where the Space Marines really start ramping up in just danger. They have so many tools and different weapons and threats. Some of these squads have missile launchers, some have heavy bolters. It's not a simple thing to... Whoop! Mike fell off the desk. Hold on. The Emperor needed to tell me I needed to talk more about Space Marines. They have so many different ways to punch and beat you down. While the Eldar have more expensive, more specialized units, there's so many threats here. Now there's a chaplain. The Force Commander's still pumping away in there with his bolt pistol. Plasma pistol now. Ugh. Very scary. And a Hellfire Dreadnought comes out. The Eldar are not going to be able to outrange this army now. This is too much. double fire dragons is a good start. This is a good reaction to all the Space Marine vehicle play. But now there's a Rhino, so these mobile Space Marines are very scary. If he could pick off this Landspeeder Tempest and maybe a Landspeeder or two, he's in good shape. But first missiles miss on the Hellfire Dreadnought. It's now going to start unloading. Do the Space Marines have grenades? I don't think they do. Rhino goes down. These Fire Dragons need to run in and do their job. They're not going to do it shooting like this. Scouts, as you can see, pumping away with the Hellfire Dreadnought, causing morale loss. Psychic Storm goes down, but the Eldar can't stand up to this kind of firepower. They need a Harlequin. They need... Ooh, he's out. I'm going to say some Warp Spiders, maybe. And this is another point I'd like to bring up. You don't always need to force a fight. Yes, the other player is getting a big army. Maybe he's the Eldar player. Oh, that was an Observer that dropped. Oh, boy. Oh, we're in for a treat then. We're still going. Perfect. Fire Dragon's coming down the middle. I like this. Try and hurt the Space Marine eco. Their army can't be in all these places at once. Although highly mobile, they'll prove you wrong. They can jump around. Another worker goes down. Man, it's not looking good for the Eldar player, and he dropped. Yeah, well, yes, it's good to have an engagement. Yeah, you built your army, and you gotta use it, and I say that a lot. If there's not a chance to beat that army, poke away. And that's where I think a Ranger squad would have been nice in this composition from the Eldar player. I really like the Double Fire Dragon. I like the delayed Dark Reaper. But if he had those Rangers, he could have poked back a little bit more, broke some morale. Scout Snipers, yes, they're shooting in and they're doing good damage against the Eldar, but then he's got counter Rangers, put Guide on the Rangers. You'll start killing these snipers quick. And this was only 2 snipers. Generally 4 is a healthy number. If you're facing chaos, don't go Scout Snipers. Grenade launchers will destroy your scouts. Pro tip. Or maybe 2 scout squads, 1 squad has 1 sniper, 1 has the other. These guys kind of sat in the corner. Imagine if they also had snipers and they were picking the Eldar army from the side. Game would have been over much quicker, obviously, but things like that. The Space Marine player did just opt into just going mass vehicles, which is great. I think it's a big weakness for Eldar. If they don't go Bright Lances on their Wraith Lords or Bright Lances from their Webways, I think Fire Dragons are weak in terms of getting into engage. The only real option the Eldar have is that Falcon Suicide. Maybe you team up with Warp Spiders and they throw the Haywire Grenade and you buy yourself some time. Very expensive investment for just some land speed or harassment dealing. Space Marines get way more value, so good game by the Space Marine player. I like the Eldar. I like to see them branching out. Quick little game there on Blood River for you guys. Yeah. This has been Unseen Strike. Please comment down below on any kind of games you would want to see in the future cast on the channel. Our Discord will be linked down below in the video description. Please join it. You'll get notifications on when videos drop. We've been pretty consistent with 3 videos a week. My editor and I, we try and do our best to bring you guys the most and as much content consistently as possible. It's been Unseen Strike. I'll see you guys next time.